Kyle, without knowing my answer, if you had to bet your life on what team I would say is going to prove
my life
wrong in 2023, a team that people are doubting, a team that has a quarterback everyone's written off, team whose head coach everyone is kicking to the curb.
32 teams. I think I got it.
Who do you think?
I think it's the Chargers.
No. I'm going with their crosstown rivals, the Los Angeles Rams.
Oh, I'm dead. I lost my life.
Sorry, Kyle.
Was it worth it?
It wasn't worth it. It was worth it.
That's that chemistry. You just can't find it like that on television. Nailed it, Peter.
That's why we weren't nominated for an Emmy this year. Years prior, we would have had it, dude.
Unbelievable.
The Rams. I know everyone says I'm going to be with the Rams, whether they're winless and have one win or two. I honestly feel like no one is talking about them, and they get back so many guys. Remember, Stafford was injured last year. Cooper Kupp was injured last year.
Now it's all making sense, Peter. I get it.
Yeah. You get it.
Yeah. Sorry. I thought maybe you might have gone Cardinals, too.
No. Yeah, well, no. They had a disastrous season last year, and everyone just assumes that's the norm. I don't think so. I still think Sean McVay can coach. I still think Matthew Stafford can play. He's been at OTAs. He's healthy. I think the Rams are going to be pretty good. Like, I don't think they're a 2-win team. I don't think they're tanking for Caleb Williams. I think the Rams are going to compete, and if I know that coach at all, and if I've made a career off saying I know that coach, I think this guy's got some pride to him. I don't think.
Can I ask you? Are people saying the Rams are going to suck? Like,
yes, everyone's like the Rams suck. The Rams are going to be a bottom 3 team.
Okay. No one's talked about them at all.
I think they're going to be all right. Okay. NFC's very, very wide open. Like the Rams as a playoff team, not the craziest thing.
Sure.
Jason.
Yeah, I'm going to go with another team. No one believes in them. No one is talking about them. They're the worst team in their division. We're going with the Washington Commanders.
I like this.
They have new energy going on. They have new ownership in the building. Eric Bieniemy has come over from the Kansas City Chiefs. And there's a team you look at their defensive line and what they have on defense, they are really good. This is a team, I'm not saying the Commanders are going to surprise everybody. Next thing you know, these guys are playing in the NFC Championship with a chance to go to the Super Bowl. But I think the Commanders may show up and be a better team than a lot of people think. We'll see how Sam Howell is, but I think they have the makeup. They have some really good receivers with Scary Terry and McLaurin. They have Jahan Dotson, who I think didn't make Schrager's breakout list of wide receivers we talked about earlier, that you guys can go check that out. But this is a guy, Jahan Dotson, can really help them. And then I think Emmanuel Forbes, bringing him as a cornerback to go on with Fuller on the other side, and the guys they have up front. The Commanders could surprise a few people. They'll be a lot better on offense, I think, this year with Bieniemy.
Here's the take. The Commanders have the least buzz in the entire league. They are 32 out of 32. If you rank them all about who's talked about, who's most interesting, and I would almost put them that low on expectations as well. It's maybe the Cardinals are there, some other teams people just don't expect anything from. But I will use that to transition to not a team, really an entire division doesn't have expectations, and that's the South, and I'm specifically going with Tampa. I'm going there. I have this thing where I just can't quit Baker. I love Baker Mayfield as a persona. I love him as a talent, too. I think he has one of the strongest arms in the NFL, and I will stand by that statement, and there's videotape to back it up. Listen, someone's going to win the South. Point to the one where you're like, oh, they got it. I can't.
Slam dunk.
Don't tell me New Orleans is going to wrap this thing up. Like, don't tell me Tampa. All these other teams, Falcons have big expectations, I guess. I like Tampa. I like Baker. I like the GM. I like a lot of the players who are there. You go top to bottom with the roster in that division. I don't know. Do they have the best one? I just can't quit Baker Mayfield. He's a guy, sometimes you like things irresponsibly that you shouldn't, that you should move on from. I won't. I don't care. Whoever his next team is, I hope it's Tampa for the next 10 years. If he goes to another team, I'll still believe in him. Sarah, this is wheelhouse for you. I believe in the Bucs.
Just on a Bucs nugget before I move on. I was there last week.
Yep.
And you know how we're talking about this quarterback competition and, they're going to split the reps.
Yeah.
Todd Bowles used a word that I found very interesting when he was talking about how you're going to analyze these guys. And he's like, you don't have to make the big play, you have to make the right play. And, he said all the coach things. And then he said, and then it comes down to moxie. And moxie is a word that describes who?
That's great.
Your guy.
That's
and
it.
then I went back and looked at how many times he has used the word moxie to describe Baker Mayfield.
Really?
And it's a lot.
Yeah, that's the word that comes up.
Yeah, so as soon as he said the word moxie, I'm like, Okay, well,
It's like Peter saying McVay. He says Moxie. Everyone has our words that we say, right? That's it.
That's just like tip shop.
So are you going to go Tampa too?
No, I'm not going to go Tampa because you're right. That division, that's a shot in the dark. Anybody can that win the division. I'm going to go with the team. When you talk about proving people wrong, I'm going to go with the team that in this division, the division is ridiculous, it is stacked, and this is the team that nobody is giving any chance in this division. How about the Patriots in New England? And let me tell you why. Because when you talk about who could prove people the most wrong, no, I mean they're not on the radar. They're nowhere in the vicinity because okay, the Bills are a slam dunk. Look what the Dolphins did. Okay, well, let's talk through this, right? Because the Dolphins, a lot hinges on Tua's health, right? And how good Tua can be. The Bills have an enormous amount of pressure on them. Bill Belichick has never, since he took over as head coach of the New England Patriots, missed the playoffs in consecutive seasons. Wow. You know how long he's been there? He has never missed consecutive seasons. They almost got in last year, and a year that was down for them. The Jets, if we want to go through this division, we act like they're a slam dunk, and I know why, and I understand it, and I know what Aaron Rodgers brings, but we haven't seen that work together. The amount of pressure on the Bills and both the Jets is out of this world. The Dolphins have concerns health-wise. Yes, they've loaded up. So those are just always the obvious choices. But are you going to count that man out? There's no way. And then, Jason, you know this defense better than anyone. They might be down on McCourty, but this is a really good Patriots defense, a top 10 defense. They think they were tied for second in the league when it comes to takeaways. So if we want to go the opposite end of the spectrum, who no one's talking about, how are you going to prove people wrong? I think you could be sitting there in New England.